Welcome to Berserk League. Waze and Glare face off on Mapas, with the favorite facing a tough test today. Glare holds a significant edge here with a 53% win rate on this map. That history aligns with his current form as he's won 60% of his last 10 matches. The question is whether Waze can reverse that trend today. Glare leads 2-1 and has the momentum right now. Whoa, a sub-second kill to tie it up. Waze is flipping the script here, taking the lead with a 3-round run to put the pressure on Glare. He's coming off a 13-11 win over Blaze. Glare claws back the lead at 3-2. The ladder's upper half showing through for him here. Glare catches him right off the ramp to push the lead to 4-2. The favorites struggling to hold his ground here. He doesn't even take a hit. 3 in a row for Glare to make it 5-2. The ladder's upper half showing through for him here. Unreal. Both players trade heavy damage in a total bloodbath, but he scrapes through with just 20 HP to make it 4 in a row. Waze takes some damage but wins the exchange to make it 3-6. Glare's been active today with an 18-18 record. Glare leads the head-to-head 240-200 over Waze. That historical edge is showing through here, especially since Glare took their most recent meeting in a convincing fashion. The question now is if Waze can find a way to break this pattern. Waze 5, Glare 7. This half is tracking exactly as expected, with the favorite holding a narrow lead. Glare used a 4-round streak to pull ahead, leaning on his 53% win rate on Mapas. Side swap. Waze needs a reset. Glare stretches the gap to 8-5. The ladder's ranked 22 player protecting his territory here. Glare pushes it to 9-5, totally in control. Waze is fighting a tough trend with a 36% win rate here. Waze refuses to let Glare coast to the finish, keeping this within reach. Coming off a 13-16 loss to Noir in his last outing. Glare catches him right on the ramp to keep this lead growing. Waze is fighting a tough trend with a 40% win rate lately. Glare keeps pulling away, leading it 10-7, coming off a strong 13-4 win over Blaze earlier today. Another clean kill for Waze. He's showing real resilience to keep chipping away at this lead. The slight favorite is finally finding a way to close the gap. Insane. Both players empty their clips in a total bloodbath, but he survives with a sliver of health to make it 11-8. Wow, he just can't be put away with health that low. Boom. He deletes Waze in under a second to reach match point. Pure speed on that last kill. Unreal. He survives with just 7 HP after a chaotic scrap to take the map. He just wouldn't die, scraping through 3 different fights with almost nothing left. Waze fought hard, but Glare had his number. He had to work for that. Welcome to Berserk League. Blaze and Glare take on Fast Aim, where the favorite looks to keep their streak alive. Glare holds a 235-207 lead in their overall head-to-head history. He actually beat Blaze 13-4 on this same map just 16 hours ago, so he has the clear mental edge here. The question is whether Blaze can flip the script this time. Blaze pushes ahead 2-1 to seize the momentum. Coming off a strong 13-8 win against Waze just now. Glare is moving fast here. 2 rounds gone in under 4 seconds combined. He's just not letting Blaze breathe. The higher rated player on the ladder takes control. Untouched, he makes it 3 in a row, completely shutting down Blaze. Blaze is actually the one with the map edge historically. Blaze digs deep to win it from the ramp, tying the score at 3-3. Tight window there. He survives with just 34 HP. Glare strikes back to lead it 4-3. Rank 22 on the ladder, keeping his lead. Glare has a 60% win rate in his last 10 matches, showing a level of consistency that is starting to suffocate this series. He is playing with a lot of confidence after coming off a 3-win streak. The real test is if Blaze can break this momentum before the gap widens. Wow, a complete bloodbath. Blaze survives on just 13 HP to keep this comeback alive. Clean as can be. He makes it 2 in a row to narrow the gap before the break. Just 1 second for that kill. 6 at the half. Glare entered this as the favorite, but Blaze is playing him even. Both players traded 3-round streaks to keep this deadlocked. Watch if Blaze can use his 50% map win rate to pull off the upset. Side swap, fresh start. Glare shuts him down on the ramp to take a 1-round lead. Quick response to shut down that run from the ramp. The favorite keeps his lead in the overall head-to-head. Blaze doesn't miss a beat, erasing the lead to tie it at 7-7. Fast hands there, just 1.4 seconds to settle the score. Untouched, he takes the lead 8-7, showing real resilience after that early deficit. Blaze doesn't even take a hit. That's 3 in a row as he continues to climb back. Doesn't take a single hit. That's 4 in a row as he finishes the comeback. The underdog is completely flipping the script on this series. He catches him from the ramp, making it 5 in a row to take 11-7 lead. The underdog is playing like the favorite now. Another clean kill. He makes it 6 in a row and reaches match point. Another one settled in just over a sec. Boom. He wipes him off the ramp to finish the comeback and take the map. He completely avenged that blowout from yesterday. Glare just couldn't find any answer for that second half surge. Blaze takes it! Welcome to Berserk League. Waze and Blaze face off on Dunes with the favorite looking for a strong win. Blaze leads the all-time head-to-head with 390 wins over Waze. He's coming in with a 2017 record over the last 24 hours, which shows he is in much better form than his opponent. The question is if Waze can use his previous win against Blaze here to flip the script. Blaze edges ahead 2-1 as Waze struggles to keep up. Fast trade there, just over a... Waze has completely flipped the momentum here, erasing the early lead to take control of the match. Blaze regains a 3-2 lead to stifle that run. He's playing from the upper half of the ladder here. Blaze pushes it to 4-2, putting the pressure on. Blaze is just coming off a 13-7 win over Glare. Blaze snaps the streak and keeps it rolling 3 in a row. Under a second for that kill, just pure speed. Waze snaps the run and shows some real resilience, pulling it back to 3-5. The underdog is refusing to go away quietly. Waze enters this match having lost his last 2 games, including a close one against Glare just an hour ago. He is fighting an uphill battle against a player who has been far more active and successful on the ladder today. The question is whether Waze can find a way to stabilize. Blaze makes it 3 in a row, completely shutting down that run before the break. Blaze 8-4 at the break. This half is tracking with the pre-match expectations as the higher ranked player holds the lead. Blaze owns a 55% all-time win rate in this head-to-head and looks to close this out quickly. Side swap, time for a reset. Waze grabs 1 back to make it 5-8. Blaze ranked 22, can't seem to find his footing here. He keeps the run alive, breaking the streak to bring this within 2. The underdog is completely flipping the pre-match script. Blaze holds the slide to reclaim a 9-6 lead. Waze is ranked 28 on the ladder, fighting from the bottom half. He digs in again to keep this comeback alive, bringing the score to 7-9. A scrappy win there, barely surviving with 54 health. He catches him instantly without taking a hit, keeping the comeback alive at 8-9. Blaze enters back to keep a 10-8 cushion. Both players actually share a 49% win rate on this map. He doesn't even take a hit, staying resilient to bring this within 1 at 9-10. Unreal. He breaks the streak to tie it at 10-10, erasing that 5-round deficit. Wow, a complete deadlock with 3 rounds to go. Blaze manages to break that momentum and claws back a 1-round lead. Top fight there, survives with just 55 health. He doesn't take a single hit to break that run. Match point for Blaze. The favorite is finally asserting his authority here. Boom, he shuts the door with a clean kill to take the map. Waze almost pulled off the upset, erasing a huge lead to force it right down to the end. He had to work for that. Welcome to the arena. Waze and Glare are ready for this duel with the favorite facing a tough test. Glare leads the head-to-head with 241 wins over Waze. He's carrying that edge into today after beating Waze just an hour ago, and the early momentum suggests he's the one in control here. The question is whether Waze can break that trend. He doesn't even take a hit. 3 in a row for Glare. The favorite isn't following the pre-match expectations here. Boom! Waze snaps the run and shows some real grit to pull it back to 1-3. The slight favorite finally makes his move. Unreal. He doesn't take a single hit, making it 2 in a row to keep this comeback alive. Fast reflexes on both sides to keep this tight. Glare pulls ahead 4-2 with a clinical finish. Rank 23 on the ladder, reminding Waze who's usually the favorite. Waze has gone 0-2 in the last 24 hours. He is struggling to find any traction today after a tough series of losses, and the scoreline shows he's having a hard time shaking that slump. If Glare keeps this pace, it'll be a short night for Waze. Glare widens the gap to 6-3 without one. Glare has been active today, putting up a 1917 record. Waze shows some real resilience here, walking away nearly untouched to bring it to 4-6. The slight favorite is starting to push back. Another clean one for Waze, who keeps fighting back just before the break. Subs, second reaction time to put the pressure back on. 6 at the break. Waze is defying the rankings here, erasing Glare's lead to keep this dead even. Both players traded 3 round streaks in a half that ignores the head-to-head gap. Side swap, fresh start. Glare edges ahead 7-6 to reclaim the lead. Waze is currently struggling with a 3-loss streak in his last 10. Glare pulls further away, now leading 8-6, just like that 13-8 result from their last meeting. He doesn't even take a hit. 3 in a row for Glare to make it 9-6. Waze rank 30 on the ladder is feeling the pressure. He doesn't take a single hit. That's 4 in a row for Glare to make it 6-10. Whoa, a total scrap. He barely survives with 6 HP to keep the streak at 5. Insane to see a fight that close end with him surviving. Waze snaps the run with a clean kill to make it 7-11. Coming off a tough 10-13 loss to Blaze just now. He doesn't take a single hit to reach match point 7-12. The slight favorite is struggling to find an answer here. Waze denies the map point with a clean kill, making it 8-12. The slight favorite is fighting to flip the script. Boom! Glare shuts the door with a clean kill to take the map 13-8. He just keeps winning the head-to-head. Waze pushed him hard, but Glare's historical edge showed up again today. Welcome to Berserk League. Blaze and Glare face off on Italy, where the favorite meets a very tough test. Glare leads the head-to-head history with 235 wins over Blaze. While Blaze took their most recent meeting, the overall track record suggests Glare usually finds a way to come out on top. It'll be interesting to see if that long-term edge holds here. Blaze pushes ahead 2-1 to seize the momentum. Coming off that 13-10 win against Waze. He just doesn't miss. That's 3 in a row for Blaze. Glare usually enters as the clear favorite here. He's on fire. That's 4 in a row for Blaze, and he barely took a scratch. Under 2 seconds for that kill. They both take heavy damage, but he comes out on top for 5 in a row. Both sitting right in the middle of the ladder. Finally, Glare snaps the streak with a clean kill in just 1 second. Both players sitting in the upper half of our rating. Blaze has a 60% win rate in his last 10 matches, and he is carrying that form straight into this series. He already beat Glare 13-7 in their most recent meeting. So the usual expectations for this matchup aren't matching the reality. The question is whether Glare can flip the script before this gets out of hand. He shuts down the comeback attempt. Blaze is rolling again with 3 in a row. Another one, second kill to keep the pressure on. Glare gets a clean look to wrap up the half, making it 8-3. Walks into the break with a full health kill. Blaze leads 8-4 at the break. Glare entered as the favorite, but Blaze is ignoring the script and pushing for an upset. That 5-round win streak put him firmly in control of the first half. Side swap, fresh start. Blaze extends the gap to 9-4, just dominating. Blaze, ranked 21 on the ladder, is playing like the favorite here. Blaze hits 10, leaving Glare searching for answers. 2 straight kills under 3 seconds. Back-to-back kills under 3 seconds. He shuts down that run instantly. 3 in a row for Blaze, and he didn't take a single hit. That's 4 in a row. He hits match point without taking a single hit. Total reversal of the usual script for this pair. Wow, he snaps that run in under a second without taking a hit. Insane speed on that kill to keep the game alive. Boom, boom, boom. He closes it out with a clean shot to take the map. 13-5. He's completely flipped the script on their head-to-head history. Blaze just tore through that map in record time. Welcome to Berserk League. Waze and Blaze take on Orange, where the favorite looks to keep their streak alive. Blaze leads the head-to-head record with 391 wins over Waze. That historical edge is pairing well with current form as Waze enters this one on a cold 0-3 stretch today. We have to see if Waze can break that slide early. Blaze pushes ahead 2-1 to seize the momentum. Fast exchange, just over a second for that kill. Blaze is pulling ahead here. He's making it look easy as he builds a 2-round lead. Blaze, ranked 19 on the ladder, stays in control. Blaze edges it, 3-2, keeping the pressure high. Waze is fighting back after that 10-13 loss to him earlier. Waze levels it at 3-3. We're all square now. Coming off a tough 8-13 loss to Glare earlier today. Blaze answers back quickly. He denies Waze a chance to build any real momentum here. Coming off a dominant 13-5 win over Glare earlier. Blaze is currently on a 70% win rate over his last 10 matches. That hot streak is translating well here, especially since he's already beaten Waze in their most recent encounter today. The question is whether Waze can find a way to disrupt it this moment. Wow, he snaps that run right back. That's 4 in a row for Blaze. The favorite is playing exactly to expectation here. He doesn't miss 5 in a row for Blaze right before the break. Blaze wraps the half with total control. Blaze takes a 9-3 lead into the break. This tracks the pre-match read perfectly as Blaze used a 6-round streak to pull away. Waze needs a big shift on the other side to close this gap. Side swap, time for a reset. Waze grabs one back, but Blaze still leads 9-4. Quick trade, just 1 second to end that one. Waze finds another, cutting it to 5-9 now. 2 in a row for him, keeping this very much alive. Blaze shuts down that mini run. Waze had a spark there, but the favorite keeps the door closed. He's playing like a man in the upper half of the ladder. Blaze hits double digits, leading Waze 10-6 now. Waze, rank 30, refuses to let this slide. Blaze is just too consistent. He's refusing to let Waze string 2 together here. Fast reaction there, under 2 seconds to end the round. He breaks that run and reaches match point, leading 12-6. Fast reflexes there, ending it in just over a second. Boom, 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 boom. Waze snaps the run with a clean kill to keep this alive. The underdog refuses to go quiet here. He makes it 2 in a row, denying Blaze the match point with a clean hit. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite. Unreal. He doesn't take a single hit to make it 3 in a row. The favorite is suddenly staring at a very different game. Game over. Blaze shuts down the comeback and takes the map 13-9. Waze really threw everything at him in those final rounds, but he just couldn't close the gap. He had to work for that tough loss for Waze. Welcome everyone to Red Line. Waze and Glare are ready to go with favorite facing a tough test today. Waze has been struggling with a 0-4 record over the last 24 hours, and that cold streak is carrying over here. It doesn't help that Glare beat him in their most recent head-to-head, which puts Waze in a precarious spot early on. The question is whether he can flip the script before the gap widens. Glare catches him from the ramp to make it 3 in a row. The underdog is actually the one struggling here. Boom! Waze answers back to show some resilience, cutting the lead to 1-3. The favorite is finally starting to push back. Takes a few hits, but fires back to win, making it 2 in a row. Quick reflex win to keep this close. Unreal. He wipes him from the ramp to tie it up at 3-3. The favorite has completely flipped the script here. Glare snaps the run instantly, taking the lead 4-3 with a clean shot. 1 second, just a blink and the lead is back. Whoa, he doesn't even take a hit, leveling the score at 4-4 as the comeback continues. Glare edges ahead, 5-4 to break the deadlock. Glare, rank 23 on the ladder, keeps the pressure high. Insane, both players bleed out, but Waze survives the exchange to tie it at 5-5. Barely survived that one with a sliver of health. Glare pulls ahead 6-5 to reclaim the lead. He's coming into this with a 2016 record over the last day. Waze 5, Glare 7. This is playing out as expected with the favorite holding a slim lead. Both players traded 3-round streaks, but Glare's 55% head-to-head win rate is showing through as he keeps Waze at arm's length. Side swap, Waze needs a spark. Both of them were fighting for the ramp, but Glare wins the scramble to take a 3-round lead, just like their last meeting where he took it 13-8. Clean as it gets, Waze doesn't take a single hit to keep this fight alive. The slight favorite is finally starting to close the gap. He catches him from the ramp to make it 2 in a row, continuing this gritty comeback. The slight favorite is finally playing to his seed. Wow, he wins the scramble on the ramp to tie it at 8-8 and make it 3 straight. The ladder gap isn't showing at all in this deadlock. He snaps the run immediately with a clean kill to lead 9-8. Waze rank 30 on the ladder is fighting an uphill battle. Unreal. He walks away without a scratch to tie this up at 9-9, completing a gritty climb back into the match. Absolute perfection. He doesn't take a hit and takes the lead 10-9, continuing this impressive climb. Glare snipes him right off the ramp to bring us back to a dead heat. The underdog is actually the one holding the ladder edge here. These rounds are ending in a blink. Glare is just too fast for him right now. Fastest kill of the last few rounds. Absolute perfection. He walks away without a scratch to tie this up at 11-11. Complete deadlock as we head toward the finish. Boom, he deletes him without taking a hit to reach match point, showing incredible resilience after that early deficit. Both players fire at once, but Glare survives the exchange to tie it at 12-12. We're headed to overtime. Waze deletes him from the ramp without taking a hit, completing an incredible climb to win it, 13-12. Unreal, he closes it out with a clean sweep. He doesn't take a single hit to win it, 14-12, capping off a gritty climb to take the map. Insane way to wrap this up without taking a hit. That was over in a blink. The speed of these exchanges is just breathtaking as we hit this deadlock. Fast exchange to keep this series alive. Glare has the momentum now, taking 2 straight to put the pressure back on Waze. He's the clear favorite across their long head-to-head history. Waze deletes him from the ramp without taking a hit, putting himself at match point. Pure speed on that kill to seize control. Glare wipes him off the map without taking a hit to tie it at 15-15. Waze strikes first to edge ahead 16-15. Waze pulls ahead 17-15 to seize the momentum. The slight favorite is finally closing this out. Waze surges to 18-15 and is dominating now. Rank 30 on the ladder is taking complete control here. Waze hits 19-15 and is just cruising now. He finally snaps that brutal losing streak and gets his first win in a while. Glare fought him every step of the way in overtime. What a fight. Welcome to Berserk League Duels. Blaze and Glare take on Fast Aim, where the favorite faces a tough test today. Blaze enters this one on a 4-win streak, showing much stronger form lately than his historical numbers suggest. It's a sharp contrast to Glare, who just dropped a match to Blaze earlier today. The question is whether Glare can flip the script and reclaim his usual edge here. Blaze leads 2-1, putting the pressure on Glare. Now, Glare usually holds the edge in their all-time head-to-head. Blaze catches him from the ramp and starts to pull away here, coming off that 13-5 win over him earlier today. Blaze pushes it to 3-2, keeping the heat up. Fast trade keeps this one tight. Glare fights back to lock this at 3-3. The ladder has him at rank 24 of 43. These rounds are over in a blink. Nobody is getting a second chance today. Blaze rank 19 on the ladder, stays aggressive here. Blaze takes him from the ramp and starts to build some real momentum here. Favorite status isn't helping him today. A trade-off from the ramp, and he makes it 3 in a row to lead 6-3. Blaze rank 19 on the ladder, is playing like the favorite. Catches him from the ramp to make it 4 in a row, leading 7-3. Pure speed, ending that in under 2 seconds. Glare snaps that run with a clean kill right before the break. Glare is typically the clear favorite in this matchup. Blaze leads 7-5 at the break. The underdog is defying the odds here, playing far better than the pre-match projection suggested. Blaze used the 4-round run to seize control, and Glare needs a plan to stop the bleeding. Side swap time for a reset. Glare doesn't miss a shot here, showing real resilience to keep this contest close at 7-6. Blazing fast under 2 seconds. Blaze holds a 50% win rate on this map, which is a clear advantage over Glare's historical numbers. He's currently riding a 4-win streak across his most recent games, showing he's playing at a level well above his usual average. The question is if Glare can find a way to disrupt that momentum. Blaze extends the gap to 9-7, pulling further ahead. He's currently riding a 70% win rate over his last 10. He refuses to back down, digging in to keep this close at 9-8. Tighter window this time, but he gets the kill. Blaze pulls ahead 10-8, regaining the upper hand. Wow, that was a sub-second kill. He digs deep to close the gap to 10-9, showing real resilience in this comeback. A bit more breathing room on that kill. Unreal. He doesn't take a single hit to tie this up at 10-10, completing a gritty climb back into the match. Boom, he snaps the streak and takes the lead. 11-10, 3 in a row for Glare. Insane speed, under a second for that kill. Blaze catches him from the ramp to tie this up at 11-11. A bit more of a struggle this time, but he gets it done. Glare doesn't take a single hit to take the lead, 12-11. He's at match point after an incredible climb back. Unreal. He doesn't take a single hit to close this out, completing an incredible climb back to take the match. He just couldn't let Blaze run away with it. Glare digs deep to keep his lifetime lead intact after that scare. He had to work for that. Welcome to Berserk League. Waze and Blaze face off on Mapas, with Blaze entering as the favorite today. Blaze holds a 55% win rate in the head-to-head over the long term. He also took the most recent match between these two, so he knows exactly how to handle Waze's style. The question is whether Waze can find a way to flip that script today. Untouched. He makes it 3 in a row with a clean shot. Blaze upper half of the ladder is playing exactly to his rank. He catches him from the ramp, making it 4 in a row. He's coming off a 13-9 win over him just now. Waze snaps the run with a clean kill, bringing the score to 2-4. He's currently ranked 30 on the ladder. Waze catches him from the ramp, putting together 2 in a row to keep this fight alive. The underdog is flipping the script on the favorite. Wow, a total slugfest. Blaze survives by a thread with only 8 HP left, making it 5-2. Insane, he barely walked away from that one. Waze has struggled lately with a 1-4 record in the last 24 hours. He's fighting an uphill battle against a player who has been much more active and consistent today. We have to wonder if Waze can sustain the energy needed to close this gap. He doesn't even take damage on this one, making it 2 in a row as he claws back. 2 identical kills in a row. Same timing, same result. Blaze extends his lead to 7-4 right here. Blaze rank 19 is playing exactly to his ladder standing. Waze 4, Blaze 8. This half followed the script, with the favorite taking control early. Blaze is using his 45% map win rate to stay ahead, while Waze struggles to string together a run. Side swap time for a reset. Whoa! A total war of attrition. He survives a brutal exchange with just 22 HP to make it 9-4. 2 scrapes in a row, but he's finding a way. Waze catches him right there on the ramp, keeping this game within reach. Quick trade there, just a blur on the ramp. Blaze surges to a 10-5 lead, putting Waze in trouble. Quick exchange there, just a flash on the screen. These rounds are ending in a blink. Blaze is just too fast for him right now. Pure speed, both rounds decided in under 2 seconds. He deletes him in less than a second to hit match point. 3 in a row. Boom! He doesn't take a single point of damage to close it out and take the map. He just had too much for Waze today. That sub-second kill really summed up the whole set. Welcome to Berserk League Duels. Waze and Glare take on Italy with the favorite facing a tough test today. Glare holds a significant lead in their head-to-head history with 242 wins over Waze. While Waze actually took their most recent encounter, the overall trend favors Glare on this specific map. The question is whether Waze can flip the script after that early loss. 3 in a row for Glare, who's just completely taken over this opening stretch. Untouched again. That's 4 in a row for Glare. The favorite isn't getting the look the ladder predicted today. Finally, Waze breaks that run and pulls it back to 1-4. He's coming off a 1-5 stretch over the last day. 2 in a row for Waze, who's showing real resilience to chip away at this lead. Wow, that was a blink and you miss it, kid. Glare has been much more active today with a 19-17 record over the last 24 hours. That volume of play is giving him a clear edge in timing over Waze, who has struggled in his recent matches. The question is if Waze can find a way to stabilize. Unreal. He survives on just 7 HP after a chaotic scramble to make it 6-3. He wins the scramble to pull it back to 4-6, refusing to let this lead slip away. Purely a speed contest decided in a blink. Insane. Both players were shredded in that scramble, but he survives on 14 HP to wrap the half. Waze and Glare are deadlocked at 6-6. Waze is defying the odds here, erasing Glare's 54% map win rate advantage to keep this a toss-up. It's a complete stalemate heading into the switch. Fresh start for both. Glare edges ahead 7-6 to reclaim the lead. Glare, rank 23 on the ladder, regains the upper hand. Clean kill for Waze, who keeps fighting back to tie this up at 7-7. Fastest kill of the match so far. He snaps that streak to take the lead 8-7, continuing this gritty climb back into the match. The slight favorite is finally starting to impose himself. Glare strikes back to lock this up at 8-8. Gone in just over a second. Glare snatches the lead, making it 9-8. Waze, rank 30 on the ladder, is feeling the pressure. He shuts down that run with a lightning fast kill, making it 3 in a row. Gone in under a second. Waze doesn't even take a hit here, continuing his gritty climb to make it 9-10. The slight favorite is finally finding his footing here. Wow, that was a blur. Glare just deleted him in under half a second to extend the lead. Waze answers back immediately, refusing to let this gap widen as he pulls it to 10-11. Whoa, a total bloodbath. He barely clings on with 15 HP to reach match point at 12. Pure chaos in that exchange to get this close. He refuses to go away, fighting back to make it 11-12, despite Glare being on match point. Unreal. He breaks the streak and ties it at 12-12, forcing this match into overtime. 2 straight wins to push this into a dead heat. Boom. He keeps the momentum rolling with 3 in a row to take a 13-12 lead. The underdog is completely flipping the script here. Absolutely untouchable. He makes it 4 in a row to win the match, 14-12. Glare shuts him down in under a second, taking no damage to make it 14-13. Glaire's got the wind in his sails, now erasing that lead to bring us right back to a dead heat. Whoa, gone in just over half a second. 2 quick kills to bring us back to a deadlock. Both players bleed out in a frantic exchange, but Waze survives to reach match point at 15-14. Glaire wipes him off the map without taking a hit, tying it at 15-15 for match point. Waze surges ahead 16-15 to seize the advantage. Waze pulls ahead 17-15 to grab the momentum. The slight favorite is finally closing the door. Waze extends his cushion to 18-15, dominating right now. Waze is running away with it at 19-15. He really digs deep in overtime to overcome that lifetime head-to-head deficit against Glaire. Waze just wouldn't let it slip. What a fight. Welcome to Berserk League. Blaze and Glaire face off on Dunes, where the favorite looks to maintain their edge. Glaire leads the head-to-head record with 236 wins over Blaze. That historical edge carried over into their most recent meeting, which Glaire also won in a close 13-11 result. The question is whether Blaze can use his map advantage to flip the script here. Glaire pushes a 2-1 lead. Blaze needs a response. Wow, a sub 1 second kill to level the vibe. Blaze has flipped the script here, taking a lead after starting the match on the back foot. Glaire claws it back to lead 3-2. Sub 1 second reaction to take the lead back. Glaire stretches the gap to 4-2 right now. Blaze is ranked 19 on the ladder, but he's struggling here. Neither player can put together a real run here, it's just a constant trade of blows. Blaze ties it up at 4-4, we're dead even. He's coming off a strong 13-5 win against Waze. Glaire edges ahead 5-4 with a clinical finish. The favorite stays composed despite Blaze's map edge. These two just cannot pull away from each other. We're locked in a total stalemate, heading towards the half. Blaze grabs the lead, 6-5 as we hit round 11. He's playing the role of the underdog perfectly here. Blaze 7-5 at the break. The favorite is struggling here as the underdog uses his 49% map win rate to defy the pre-match expectations. We'll see if Glare can stabilize after that 3-round skid. Side swap, time for a reset. Blaze is sitting on a 2016 record over the last 24 hours and is carrying that momentum into this run, while Glare usually enters these matchups as the favorite. The scoreline shows he's struggling to find any answers here. The question is whether Glare can break this streak before it gets out of hand. Glare snaps the streak with a clean kill, showing real resilience to pull within one. Insane, he just survived the sub 30 HP scare to keep this rolling. Blaze pulls ahead 9-7, putting the pressure on. Glare is sitting at 18-18 over the last day. Unreal. He survives a total bloodbath with just 26 HP to keep this comeback alive. Blaze pushes it to 10-8, firmly in the driver's seat. Glare is coming off a tough 15-19 loss to Waze. Blaze is really pulling away here. Glare can't seem to find a way to break this momentum. Glare, rank 24 on the ladder, is really feeling the heat. Both players land their shots, but he digs deep to win the trade and keep this comeback alive. Fast reflex win to keep this within 2. Blaze doesn't take any damage there, moving to 12-9 and reaching match point. Clean win without taking a scratch. Glare refuses to go away, deleting him in a second to keep this alive at 12-10. He refuses to fold, taking 2 in a row to keep this fight alive at 12-11. Unreal. He survives the trade to make it 3 in a row, forcing overtime at 12-12. Boom, Blaze shuts down the comeback and takes the lead 13-12 without taking a single hit. Pure reaction, he just kills the momentum instantly. Whoa, he delays him in 0.6 seconds to tie it at 13-13, refusing to let this lead slip. Insane. He survives a total war of attrition with only 9 HP to take a 14-13 lead. Absolute grit to survive that scrap and seize the lead. Blaze keeps the score dead even. This match is headed for a total toss-up. Walks away without taking a single point of damage. Blaze, rank 19, just brings this back to a dead heat. Unreal. He survives a total bloodbath with just 2 HP to reach match point at 15-14. Pure... Glare doesn't take a single hit to tie it at 15-15, putting himself on match point. Glare sneaks ahead 16-15 in this absolute nail-biter. Glare surges to 17-15, putting Blaze in deep trouble. Blaze strikes back to make it 16-17. Blaze, rank 19, keeps pushing the favorite. Glare extends the gap to 18-16, pulling further ahead. The favorite is finally asserting that historical head-to-head dominance. Blaze narrows it to 17-18, refusing to back down. Total deadlock now, just trading blows back and forth. Blaze levels it at 18-18. We are completely tight. The favorite is struggling to close this out. Blaze seizes the lead, 19-18 in this absolute war. Blaze surges to 2018, putting a grip on this. The underdog is completely flipping the pre-match script here. Blaze pushes to 21-18, nearly closing the door. Glare is ranked 24 on the ladder, but looks completely lost. Glare clings on, trailing Blaze 19-21. He finally puts a stop to that 3-round skid. Blaze extends his cushion to 22-19 right now. He finally breaks that head-to-head curse. Glare fought back with 3 low HP survivals, but he just couldn't close it. What a fight! Welcome to the arena. Waze takes on Blaze in this duel, with the favorite looking to keep their lead. Blaze enters this one with a 21-15 record over the last 24 hours. He's carrying that momentum into a matchup where he already holds a clear historical edge over Waze. The question is whether Waze can break that pattern early. Blaze doesn't even take a hit here, 3 in a row. Blaze, rank 17 on the ladder, is playing like the favorite. Boom! Waze snaps the run with a clean hit to make it 1-3, showing some real resilience. Blaze strikes back to lead 4-1. He's coming off that 13-5 win against Waze earlier today. Blaze pushes it to 5-1, totally dominating here. Blaze, rank 17 on the ladder, is playing his part. Whoa, a total slugfest that Waze barely survives with only 11 HP left. Insane. He's just refusing to go down. Blaze has won 55% of their total head-to-head encounters. He's using that historical confidence to keep Waze pinned down, especially after the way he handled this matchup earlier today. The question is if Waze can actually find a way to flip the script here. He does it again. Waze takes 2 in a row to chip away at the lead. The underdog is actually flipping the script here. Unreal. A total bloodbath where he survives with just 6 HP to make it 4-7 before the break. Waze 4. Blaze 8. This is playing out exactly as expected with the favorite in control. Blaze is leaning on that 52% win rate on the arena to keep the lead, despite Waze fighting through some low health scraps. Side swap, fresh start. Waze grabs 1 back to trail, 5-8 now. Blown away by that reaction time under a second. Blaze extends the gap to 9-5, staying clinical. Waze is fighting an uphill battle against the upper half of the ladder. These rounds are turning into a coin flip. Waze is refusing to let Blaze pull away further. Waze is fighting against a rank 17 opponent here. Clean hit. He takes 2 in a row, showing real grit to chip away at that lead. Fast hands, making this a 2-round game. Blaze holds a 10-7 cushion as we hit 17. He's holding a 70% win rate over his last 10 games. Blaze is pulling away again. That win streak puts him just 2 rounds shy of the finish line. Waze is currently struggling with a 2-5 run over the last day. He shuts down the comeback attempt with a clean hit. That's 3 in a row, and Blaze has match point. Waze denies the finish with a lightning fast shot, keeping the dream alive at 8-12. Game over. Blaze doesn't take a single hit to close this out. 13-8. He just had his number all day. Waze put up a fight, but Blaze's overall experience really showed. Welcome to Berserk League. Waze and Glare take on Fast Aim today. With the favorite facing a tough test, Glare leads the all-time head-to-head with 242 wins. Despite that historical edge, Waze actually took their most recent meeting, so he knows he can get the upper hand here. The question is whether Glare can use this early lead to shut that down. Glare pushes ahead 2-1, putting Waze on the chase. Glare ranked 25 on the ladder, reclaiming his favorite status. Waze picks him right off the ramp to even things up. He's coming off a tough 8-13 loss to Blaze today. Wow. A total scrap. He barely survives that exchange to make it 3-2. Unreal, he survives again with just 17 HP. Waze locks it down to tie this at 3-3. Glare is coming off a 13-11 win against Blaze here. Glare edges ahead 4-3 to regain the lead. Another scrap, barely holding on with 30 HP. Waze entered this one as the slight favorite. Waze picks him right off the ramp to tie this thing up. Quick and clean, under 2 seconds to tie it up. Glare snatches the lead back at 5-4. That was fast gone in just over a second. Waze has been struggling today with a 2-6 record over the last 24 hours. He's carrying that slump into this match, where he's now trailing the betting favorite, and it is starting to look like he can't find a way back into this one. Glare leads 7-5 at the break. This is playing out exactly as expected, with the higher ranked player holding the edge. Glare can lean on a 55% all-time head-to-head win rate to try and close this out. Side swap. Waze needs a reset. Waze closes the gap to make it 6-7. Insane reaction time, gone in under a second. Waze forces the deadlock. We are tied 7-7. Glare's rank 25 standing isn't protecting him right now. Glare snatches the momentum back, putting Waze right back on the chase. He's battling back after that 15-19 loss to him earlier today. Glare pulls away to a 9-7 cushion. Waze is now the one fighting against the odds here. Waze strikes back to bring it to 8-9. He's battling back after that 19-15 loss on AIM Italy P. Waze takes him from the ramp. He's now on a roll and has completely erased Glare's lead. Untouched. He makes it 3 in a row to take a 10-9 lead. Rank 30 on the ladder. Flipping the script here. Boom! He wasn't even touched, making it 4 in a row to lead 11-9. 4 straight without taking a single hit. Keeps it rolling with 5 in a row. Waze is now at match point. The slight favorite has completely seized control of the server. Glare snaps that streak with a clean kill, showing real resilience to keep this alive. He's fighting to avoid another 13-11 result, like his match against Blaze. He denies him from the ramp, refusing to let Waze close this out. Took a bit longer this time, but he gets a Whoa, he doesn't even take a hit to make it 3 in a row. We're tied 12-12 and heading to overtime. Glare closes it out in under a second. 4 in a row to complete the comeback and take the match. Unreal. Just a blur of a kill to seal it. Waze answers back instantly. He wipes him out without taking a hit to tie it at 13-3. Waze has completely flipped the script here, taking 2 straight in a blink of an eye. Absolute chaos. He survives a total bloodbath with 17 HP to make it 3 in a row match point. Man, he's just refusing to go down. Boom. He doesn't even take a hit to seal it. 4 in a row to win the map. He just shook off a rough day to take it in overtime. Glare fought back hard, but he couldn't stop that final surge. What a fight. Welcome to Orange. Blaze and Glare face off now, with the favorite looking for a strong win today. Blaze has won 3 in a row leading up to this. That momentum is carrying over from their most recent meeting, where Blaze took the win in a close fight. Now the question is whether Glare can flip the script and reclaim his historical edge here. Glare grabs the lead, 2-1, putting Blaze under pressure. He's trying to shake off a free game losing skit. Wow, a total bloodbath. Blaze scrapes through with just 8 HP to tie it 2-2. Blaze ranks 17 on the ladder, keeping the pressure high. Blaze pulls ahead 3-2 to seize the lead, coming off a 13-8 win against Waze just now. Glare fights back to lock this at 3-3. Historically, he is the clear favorite in this matchup. These rounds are over in a blink. Blaze is just faster to the trigger right now. That was a blink and miss kill. Absolute deadlock at 4-4. Blaze and Glare are identical. Barely 2 seconds and it's over. Blaze breaks the tie to lead it 5-4. Glare is really feeling that 3-game losing skid right now. Blaze has put up a 22-14 record in the last 24 hours. He is riding a wave of confidence that Glare simply hasn't found today, as the latter is currently on a 3-game losing skid. The question is whether Glare can break this pattern before the lead grows. Blaze leads 7-5 at the break. He's defying the pre-match odds by keeping the favorite on his heels with a 70% win rate in his last 10. Blaze is playing like the boss here. Side swap, time for a reset. Glare snaps the run and keeps climbing back into this, bringing it to 7-6. Pure speed on that kill, gone in just over a second. He doesn't even take damage on that kill, erasing the lead to tie it 7-7. Untouched. He makes it 3 in a row to take an 8-7 lead. The favorite finally asserting that historical edge. Unreal Blaze survives a total slugfest with just 9 HP to tie it 8-8. Insane, that's the 3rd time he stayed alive on a sleever. Blaze strikes back to edge ahead. 9-8. Glare 17-19 run over the last day is showing. Both players take heavy damage in a frantic brawl, but Blaze comes out on top to make it 3 in a row, coming off that 22-19 win over him on Dunes just now. Glare is showing real resilience here, taking that round without taking a single hit to make it 10-9. Blaze is pulling away here, putting a 2-round cushion between himself and the favorite. Blaze, rank 17 on the ladder, is taking control. Blaze snaps that streak and hits match point, leading 12-9. The underdog is completely flipping the script on the favorite. He doesn't take a single hit, showing great resilience to keep this alive at 12-10. Quick reaction there, keeping the game alive. He doesn't take a single hit to make it 2 in a row, refusing to let Blaze close this out. Boom, Blaze shuts the door and takes the map 13-11. He just kept winning those low HP scrambles when it mattered most. Glare put up a hell of a fight, what a match. Welcome to Italy. Waze takes on the favorite Blaze in today's Berserk League duel. Let's see who wins. Blaze is entering this one with an 80% win rate over his last 10 matches. He typically has the upper hand in this head-to-head as well, though Waze is currently fighting against the odds. The question is whether Blaze can shake off a slow start and regain his composure. Blaze edges ahead 2-1, keeping the pressure on Waze. He's coming off a recent 13-8 win over him. These rounds are over in a blink. Neither player is giving the other a second to breathe. Blaze rank 16 on the ladder, can pull away. Blaze climbs to 3-2, barely holding the lead. He's coming off a 22-14 run over the last day. Blaze pushes it to 4-2, widening the gap. Insane, that round was over in under 2 seconds. Blaze snaps the streak with a clean kill, taking 3 in a row. Waze rank 29, can't find an answer here. Waze answers back with a clean kill, showing some real resilience to keep this close at 3-5. Fast reflexes there, just under 2 seconds. Waze is playing with a 3-6 record over the last 24 hours and he's struggling to translate that form into this duel. He's facing someone who has won the vast majority of their recent head-to-head meetings, making this a steep hill to climb. The question is if Waze can flip the script before this slides away. Blaze extends his lead to 7-4, dominating the pace. Under 2 seconds again, keeps the gap from widening. Blaze 8-4 at the break. This follows the script exactly, as the favorite uses his 52% win rate on Italy to keep Waze at arm's length. Waze needs a strong start after the switch to close this gap. Side swap, Waze needs a spark. Blaze hits 9-4, nearly shutting the door on Waze. Another one under 2 seconds. Blaze upper half of the ladder is just too consistent. Waze fights back to make it 5-9. Coming off a 16-13 win over Glare earlier today. Wow, half a second. Blaze is just too fast for him right now. Unreal. Half a second again. Blaze hits 10-6, putting a stranglehold on this. Clean response there. Keeps this from sliding away completely. Blaze is just one step ahead here. Waze can't seem to string together enough wins to mount a real comeback. Quick response there. Keeps the momentum on his side. Blaze shuts down the comeback attempt and hits match point 12-6. Insane. He's just too fast for him right now. Boom. Blaze doesn't miss a beat to close it out. Taking them up 13-6. He just had Waze's number all day. That gap in the rankings really showed through on Italy. Welcome to Redline Ways and Glare face off now with the favorite facing a tough test today. Glare leads the head-to-head with 242 wins over Ways. He has generally held the upper hand across hundreds of meetings, though Ways actually took their most recent encounter. The question is whether Glare can use that historical edge to shut this down early. Ways takes him from the ramp to keep this streak alive. He's playing against a guy who's gone 17-19 today. He doesn't even take damage. That's 3 in a row for Ways. 1.2 seconds, just a blink. Unreal. He doesn't even take a hit to make it 4 in a row. Glare's rank 25 status isn't helping him here. Finally, Glare snaps the run and shows some resilience to make it 4-2. A bit more patience there to get it done. Ways is currently 3-7 in the last 24 hours, so he's playing against a rough stretch of form. He's managing to ignore that slump and outpace the favorite here. The question is if Ways can keep this momentum going before Glare finds a way to pivot. Wow, he doesn't even take a hit. That's 3 in a row to make it 7-2. Glare is coming off a tough 11-13 loss to Blaze. Glare gets this one, bringing the score to 7-3. Sub-second reaction to keep the gap from widening. Waze surges ahead to 8-3, completely dominating here. Waze is doubling down after that 16-13 win in their last meeting. Waze leads 8-4. The underdog is completely flipping the script on the favorite here, despite Glare winning 54% of their head-to-head matches. Waze is the one controlling the pace heading into the switch. Side swap, fresh start. Waze extends the lead to 9-4, just cruising now. Glare is struggling, coming off 3 straight losses today. Glare claws one back to make it 9-5. He's sitting at rank 25 on the ladder. Glare is chipping away at his lead, winning 2 in a row to bring it within 3. Waze entered this as the slight favorite. Glare knocks him off the ramp to keep this comeback alive. That's 3 in a row. Insane. He takes 3 in a row with nearly identical timing. Boom, boom. He doesn't even take a hit to make it 4 in a row, erasing most of that early deficit. Waze shuts him down without taking a hit to make it 10-8. A slower pace there to break the momentum. Clean kill for Glare, who remains resilient as he narrows the gap to 10-9. Our slight favorite is starting to feel the pressure here. He doesn't even take a hit to tie it up at 10-10. Glare's resilience is paying off. The underdog completely wipes away that early deficit. Glare takes this one without taking a hit, 3 in a row to move ahead 11-10. The favorite's grip on this match is completely gone. Another clean kill. That's 4 straight for Glare to reach match point. The rank 25 player is just too strong right now. Waze denies him from the ramp to stay alive at 11-12. He keeps finding a way to extend this. He doesn't take a single hit to tie it up at 12. Well, we're headed to overtime. Unreal. He doesn't take a hit to make it 3 in a row and take the lead. 13-12. He's now riding 2 straight wins against a ranked 25 player. Deadlocked at 13-13. Glare forces a total stalemate. Glare catches him from the ramp without taking a hit, continuing this incredible climb. Neither player can keep a lead for more than 1 round. We are seeing a total toss up here. Waze is fighting for a rough 30% stretch in his last 10. Waze breaks the streak with a quick trade to move ahead 15-14. He's on match point. Quick reflex trade to seize the advantage. Just like... Game over. Waze shuts him down without taking a hit to take the map. He really fought through that slump to take it in overtime. Glare had the history and the rank, but just couldn't close. What a fight. Welcome to Dunes. We have Blaze and Glare facing off today, with the favorite looking for a strong win. Blaze is on a 5-win streak heading into this. He just beat Glare in their previous meeting, which suggests the momentum has shifted away from the historical favorite. The question is if Glare can find a way to disrupt this run. Blaze leads 2-1 as Glare fights to stay alive. Insane speed. That kill took less than a second. Glare is flipping the script here, erasing that early lead to take control of the map. Untouched. He makes it 3 in a row with a kill in under a second. Blaze entered this one as the slight favorite. Another one. He makes it 4 in a row without taking a single hit. Rank 26 on the ladder, just flipped the script. Glare surges ahead 5-2, putting Blaze in a hole, coming off a tough stretch. He doesn't take a single hit and pushes the lead to 6-2. Seven in a row. He finishes this in under a second without taking a hit. He keeps it rolling, 8 in a row for Glare, taking the round in 1.1 seconds without taking a hit. Finally, Blaze snaps that run with a clean kill in under a second. He's riding a 90% win rate over his last 10. Glare holds a 236-211 lead in their all-time head-to-head, while Blaze has more recent success. The historical edge here is leaning heavily back toward Glare. It's a question of whether those old patterns are simply returning. Glare leads 10-3 at the break. This half follows the script perfectly as the favorite puts his skill gap on display. An 8-round win streak has left Blaze searching for answers. Side swap. Blaze needs a Blaze makes it 4-10, but Glare still dominates, coming off a 13-6 win against Waze just now. Glare is just too fast here. He's quickly shutting down any attempt at a comeback. Rank 16 on the ladder is struggling to find an answer. Blaze is trading rounds now, refusing to let Glare close this out quickly. Blaze is putting together a run here, chipping away at that lead and making this a much closer fight. He's on fire. That's 3 straight for Blaze. And he didn't take a single hit. He's not stopping. That's 4 in a row for Blaze, bringing the score to 8-11. Unreal. He makes it 5 in a row, continuing a climb back from a 7-round deficit. Boom, Tyloo boom. 6 in a row for Blaze, who just wasn't touched in that exchange. The slight favorite has completely seized control of the map. Unreal. He takes 7 in a row to tie this up at 11-11 after trailing by 7. Wow, he makes it 8 in a row and reaches match point after that comeback from 7 down. Game over. He survives a scrap to win 9 straight and completes the comeback from 7 down. That's 2 in a row for Blaze over Glare. Now he just couldn't let the historical edge stay with the veteran. What a fight. Welcome to the arena. Waze and Blaze face off now with the favorite looking to keep a hot streak alive. Blaze enters this one with a 90% win rate over his last 10 matches. He's been on a tear lately and holds the historical edge in this head-to-head. So Waze taking the opening round is a surprising start. The question is whether Blaze can settle in and let his experience take over. Unreal. He doesn't even take a hit, making it 3 in a row. Blaze answers back instantly. He takes no damage in a sub-second kill to keep this competitive. Waze is dominating, cruising to a 4-1 lead. Waze surges to 5-1, leaving Blaze in the dust. Blaze, upper half on the ladder, is struggling to respond. Blaze has a 23-13 record in the last 24 hours, showing he's in a much better flow than Waze today. He also took their last head-to-head match by a wide margin, so this current scoreline might just be a temporary detour. Now we see if Blaze can use that momentum to close the gap. Waze holds a commanding 6-3 lead as we hit 9. He's coming off a recent 13-6 victory over Waze. Waze is just refusing to let Blaze get any momentum here. He's putting a serious dent in the favorites' night. Blaze, rank 15 on the ladder, can't find his footing. Waze pushes to 7-4, keeping Blaze completely stifled. Second reaction to keep things interesting. Waze leads 8-4. The underdog is flipping the script here, completely ignoring Blaze's 55% head-to-head win rate. Blaze is playing far below his rank, and Waze has all the momentum heading into the side switch. Blaze needs a total reset here. Waze extends the gap to 8-5, still in control. Rank 15 on the ladder, trying to reclaim his status. He doesn't take a single hit in under a second, continuing his climb back into this match. Waze hits 9-6, keeping Blaze at arm's length. Waze rank 28 just isn't playing like the underdog today. Blaze survives the scrap to pull it back to 7-9, showing real resilience here. A gritty scrap to keep the gap at 2. A complete bloodbath. He survives a heavy exchange to make it 2 in a row, chipping away at that lead. Insane to see him survive on just 31 health. Wow, he wipes away that lead to tie it up at 9-9, making it 3 in a row. Whoa, a total slugfest. He survives by a thread to make it 4 in a row, taking the lead 10-9. He's just refusing to stay down in these scrap fights. Boom, he doesn't take a hit in under a second to make it 5 in a row. Six in a row. He's completely flipped this match and now sits at match point. Exactly how the favorite was expected to handle this. Unreal. He survives a chaotic brawl to win 7 straight and take the map. He just wouldn't die, barely scraping through twice under 30 HP to shut the door on Waze. He had to work for that. Welcome to Berserk League. Waze and Glare face off on fast aim to see who comes out on top. Glare has a 54% win rate in their head-to-head history, but is currently struggling through a 6-loss streak. Waze took their most recent meeting, so the question is whether Glare can reclaim that historical edge today. Waze cruises to a 2-0 lead, leaving Glare reeling, coming off a 16-13 win in their last meeting. Glare catches him right off the ramp to tie this up. He's currently the higher rated player on the ladder. Waze catches him right on the ramp to push this lead to 3-1. That was a quick one, barely over a second. Glare claws back to make it 3-2 for Waze. He's the slightly higher rated player on the ladder. Glare picks him off the ramp to take the lead. The momentum has completely shifted here. The slight favorite is now fighting to stay level. Waze regains the edge, pushing it to 4-3. Clean kill just over a second there. Glare levels the playing field. We're all square at 4-4. Sub 1 second, absolutely lightning fast. Waze is fighting the narrative here, putting the underdog in the driver's seat as he pulls ahead. Deadlock. Waze and Glare are tied up at 5 apiece. A bit more drawn out, nearly 3 seconds on that one. Glare picks him right off the ramp to keep this streak alive. Waze is fighting a tough 4-8 stretch today. We're all square at 6-6. Glare entered as the favorite, but Waze is holding his own and keeping this dead even. Glare is fighting a 6-loss streak, and it shows in his struggle to pull away here. Sides. Swap, fresh start. Glare breaks the deadlock to lead 7-6. Sub 1 second again, just a blur. The higher rated player on the ladder is starting to assert himself. Both of them fought for the ramp, but Waze comes out on top to take the lead. A bit more of a battle there, over 2 seconds. Glare edges ahead, taking an 8-7 grip on this. Barely survived that one with only 30 HP left. Glare holds the ramp to keep this streak moving. He's starting to put some real distance between them. Waze is fighting to flip the script after that 9-13 loss to Blaze. Glare pulls ahead 9-8 to seize the advantage. That was a long one, over 4 seconds to resolve. Tough battle there, took over 4 seconds to resolve. Waze strikes back to lock this up at 9-9. He's playing the spoiler for the higher rated guy on the ladder. Glare is fighting to pull away here, refusing to let Waze build any kind of momentum. Survived that one with only 35 HP remaining. Waze catches him right from the ramp. We are headed for a total stalemate here, coming off a tough 9-13 loss to Blaze just now. These rounds are flying by. We're seeing a lot of quick resolutions as they trade blows here. Glare snaps the streak and hits match point, 12-10. The pre-match favorite is now fighting for survival. Waze denies the match point with a clean hit, bringing it to 11-12. The pre-match favorite refuses to go quietly. Boom, he wipes him out in half a second to force overtime at 12-12. Glare takes control again. We're heading straight into overtime as neither player can put the other away. Glare, ranked 27 on the ladder, is fighting to close this. Glare snipes him right off the ramp to keep this run going. Clean timing there, just under a second and a half. Glare wins the scrap on the ramp to make it 3 in a row. Match point. The slight pre-match favorite is now fighting for his life. Unreal, he shuts it down without taking a hit to win the map. He finally snaps that losing streak in overtime. Waze played him incredibly close, but Claire gets the win here. What a fight.